Hello folks, Bronco Bob here with Texas Best Used Motorcycles. Here today to show you a really cool 1958 Chevrolet Apache pickup, and this is the short bed Fleetside. It's had a lot of work done to it. The paint job was done about 15 years ago, so it has some cracks and some flaws. It actually looks better in the pictures than it probably looks in real life. It's still very showable if you went to a little weekend car show. It's better quality paint than was on it new, that's for sure. It's got a brand new set of torque thrust American racing wheels, and the tires were also just put on and have maybe 100 miles on them. Complete set. But looking around the body, it's still got the drip rail on it. A lot of people customize these trucks and remove the drip rail. They did do a spray-in bed liner on the wheel wells and the bed itself. It's got a toolbox in the back. I'm not sure what this bracket is for, but it's got one on the other side. The interior is done in a ostrich kind of leather. It's got leather door handles. It's kind of a two-tone beige and dark ostrich. The dash is painted red. It's got a Chevrolet steering column that's tilt. It's got a little Pioneer stereo system it's got some speakers in the back here. It's got sun visors that have ostrich print on them as well. But what's underneath this truck is kind of interesting. And I wanted to show you these door jambs. They've got dirt in them and stuff, but the truck's pretty solid. It's not a rust bucket. But it drives really good because when they did this paint job and this conversion, they put a Camaro suspension under it. So it's got the disc brakes, it's got the A-arm suspension, Camaro power steering box. It's got disc brakes on all four wheels because they also use the Camaro rear end. And I'll show you some pictures underneath when we get to it. The motor was rebuilt a few years ago. It's not a high performance. I'm going to guess it's maybe 250, 300 horse. But it's very drivable. It drives like a car because of the power steering and the disc brakes. So it's really, the drivability is great, and that was popular back in the day because these trucks had drum brakes, a straight front axle, leaf springs, and the problem was they drove like a truck. Then they usually had 6-cylinder engines and very low gears, so about all you could get out of one is about maybe 60 miles an hour. This one has the 700R4 overdrive transmission, so it'll get on down the road pretty good. It'll cruise. You got tilt wheel, it's got aftermarket water pressure, oil pressure, and amp. They took the old ignition and wired it up to be the blower for the heater, which is kind of cool, and the heater does work. It's got a low car shifter. It's got the original data tag and VIN plate attached like it's supposed to be. I'll start it up, let you hear it. But it's just a nice little small block Chevrolet. It's the right color. I call this Rest Me Red. Like I say, the paint's shiny and it's red, but it is a 15-year-old paint job, so it does have its flaws. I'm gonna guess they put a little RV cam in it. Nothing monstrous. You can see the taillights are working. It's got the old style chain latches. Coming around to the front of the truck, I love the Apache emblems. It's got an aluminum radiator. It's got a big fan with a spacer on it, and that transmission cooler is right in front of the radiator. My favorite thing about this truck, besides the way that it drives, is the look of the 58 grille. It's just a classic Chevy look. And again, you can see the headlights are working. Get a little look at the paint. You can see where it's been touched up right here with a brush, where it's kind of chipped off. Like I say, the paint is certainly not perfect, but you can see it shows well. But if you have any questions, give us a call. We're Texas Best Used Motorcycles, Mansfield, Texas. And if you're looking for a cool pickup that drives good, has a good look, you can take it from here and make it your own. Some people are putting LS motors in these trucks, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. The truck has good bones, 4-wheel power disc brakes, power steering, a Camaro clip up front, so even the wife could drive it. But if you have any questions, give us a call. Somebody's going to get a cool truck for a great price. Have a great day. I'm Bronco Bob, wishing you happy trails.